Hi Taurus, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. We will take a look at the cards to get a sense of the awareness for the week, guidance, and possible outcomes. I will also choose a couple of oracle cards for additional information. So let's get started. Okay, the first two cards I'm going to choose is for an awareness for the week. Okay, so things you need to be aware of for the week. Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is this lovely card. Again, cups, water sign, water energy, emotional energy of Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And with the Page of Cups, this represents either an offer of some type of emotional experience or love. It could be a message, an expression. But the page is this youthful energy, hoping to gain insight and to have the experiences with respect to these connections and these interactions and the possibilities for love. So Taurus, you have a chance here either to show someone that you care, tell them. Maybe for those that are dating, you're going on a date, could be with a water sign, but you are having this chance to interact with someone, to express happiness, to have joy. Often the Page of Cups can also signal a excitement or enthusiasm about a new hobby or something new in your life which is making you feel very pleased. But this is all about our emotions and having the opportunities for interactions, whether they're intimate, whether they are platonic and they're family related. It's the bonding of people. And it's having the sincerity and this earnestness of something new. You know how you feel when you meet someone that you really connect with. It's exciting because the possibilities are right there. So with the Page of Cups, we have Justice, Major Arcana. We see the icon here sitting on the throne with the sword straight up and the scales. And this is a card of really looking for truth, looking for fairness in a situation, and acting with integrity. So there are a couple things this week that maybe you need to be aware of or that you need to have on your radar, which is to look for the truth in situations, kind of look at the facts, look at people's actions and their words. Do they match up? Are they consistent? Are people around you acting with integrity? Is there, again, we go to the core of truthfulness, of, sometimes with justice we get a sense of, our actions lead us into a certain direction, and if we're off a bit, there can be consequences. On a literal level, this may be relating to something contractually, a legal date, maybe a traffic court, something like that. So justice can be at a literal level dealing with the legal system, divorces or business claim suits, whatever it could be. But there's a sense of fairness, of having to work with this idea of fairness for the week. So now I'm going to choose two cards for guidance. Okay, so we have the wonderful Queen of Cups. Again, more water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have the Queen of Cups, and she is loving and considerate and compassionate. In fact, think of the word unconditional love when you think of the Queen of Cups. That she is able to be able to tell when people feel down or sad. She's intuitive. She trusts her own psychic or intuitive abilities to kind of take the temperature of the room. So whether you are displaying these type of characteristics or you're seeing someone, you're spending time with someone, you're working with someone, your friend could be a Queen of Cups. This is a positive energy court card because this queen can also provide wonderful support if you need it. Someone to listen to, someone to lend an ear, someone to be sympathetic to your concerns. So if you need support, Queen of Cups is awesome. If you are, again, furthering and deepening opportunities for these emotional experiences, could be that you're meeting someone and seeing someone who is intuitive, who's sensitive, loving, and kind, very much in tune emotionally. And the good news is we have for guidance the Ace of Pentacles, which is a fabulous card. One of the luckiest cards to have in tarot. Because this is a card of the promise of abundance, the promise of good health, happiness, and abundance, spiritually and materially. The only thing to think about is it's just not going to be dropped or boinked on your head. You have to use the power of the Pentacle suit in order to make it happen. You have to plant the seeds. You have to do the plan. You have to work the plan. You have to nurture the plan. And if you are able to do that, and if you're able to be grounded, use common sense and be practical, then the Ace of Pentacles is a wonderful omen for you. And with the Ace of Pentacles, it can suggest an unexpected windfall, a gift, money on the floor, someone pays you back. But there's a sense here that you are going to be in a position to be able to be rewarded and to have happiness in all areas of your life. So now I'm going to choose 2 cards for possible outcomes. Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So an interesting card here. The Ten of Pentacles is really about securing the legacy of resources and money for your family. Being aware of caretaking, of being aware of creating good practices like checking on the estate, making sure you have a will, medical attorney, power of attorney, everything in place to secure the foundation for your family. It's also working hard to provide for your family. Well, in reverse, there's something perhaps that you need to check into with respect to this foundation. Or could be something that you've been working on that is slightly delayed, that maybe you are expecting something to happen, a contract to be signed, an investment to be offered, and there's a delay. Now, what's interesting, though, next to the reversed Ten of Pentacles is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords can reflect a deceptive person, can reflect someone who's shady, who's out for themselves, who is taking what they need, may not, may not be thinking about you, but getting what they need and maybe trying to pull the wool over your eyes. So next to this reverse Pentacles, I would say, just off the top of my head, would be to double check your statements, the people that you're working with, to ensure that they are on the up and up. Or perhaps there's family members that are interfering and trying to do something with the resources that you have, the investments or the money or the foundation. So be mindful, be aware. And, it's again, could be issues of fairness coming up with respect to resources, how resources are used. I do think that everything will be fine. We're leading with this Ace of Pentacles, which is, could be money coming in, people arguing over money, families, friends, a windfall, unexpected windfall. We have Justice, the reversed Ten of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So just be very careful. Pay attention to the fine lines of the contracts being signed. And look behind people's motives. You know, make sure, again, that words and actions are consistent, that people are acting with integrity. Very interesting. Let's get more information for meditation or focus area. Facing fear. Kali Ma. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Spiritual changes are unfolding. Well, when you release the fear, or when you do some things to try to address the fear in your life, what's holding you back, once you're able to resolve it, then you have the chance to fly. So if something that you've been afraid of doing, you know, talk to someone, maybe the Queen of Cups, and make a small step, maybe one small step to try to reduce the fear or put it in a proper place. So now I'm going to choose a card for spirit or emotional self. Embrace the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. A beautiful message. And so in terms of spirit, it's, you know, if you create that positive mindset, if you start with positive thoughts, if you try to keep the doubt, the fear, the negative thoughts at bay, then, you know, like attracts like. Then you attract more positive people into your life experience. Then you also attract more positive experiences as well. And finally, I'm going to choose a card for love. And we'll see what we have for you, Taurus, in love. Cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. And hopefully the experiences are positive, and that adds to value. But even when they're not so positive, it also adds value because it gives you a baseline for how to, you know, how to experience disappointment or lack of cooperation. And it gives you the experience to be able to make better choices or to try new strategies in the future. So Taurus, thank you so much for watching. This is what I have for you for the week, and I hope you found something helpful here. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, or comment, and come back next week for another reading, and I hope that you have an awesome week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.